In 1938, a fishing boat off the coast of South Africa pulled up something that wasn't supposed to exist. A 5-foot, steel blue fish with fins like legs and ancient, glassy eyes. Scientists had declared it extinct for 65 million years. They called it the Coelacanth, and its discovery shook the entire scientific world. If something that large could hide from us for that long, what else is out there? Let's talk about Megalodon. The name alone should tell you everything. It means big tooth in Greek, and it earns that name. Megalodon was the apex predator of the ancient ocean, a shark so massive it makes the modern great white look like a minnow. Conservative estimates put it at 40 to 60 feet long. Its teeth, some of the most commonly found fossils on the planet, grew up to 7 inches in a single tooth. For scale, a great white's tooth maxes out at about 2.5 inches. It ruled the oceans for roughly 20 million years, from about 23 million years ago all the way to approximately 3.6 million years ago. It preyed on whales, not small whales, full-grown whales. It was, by every measurable standard, one of the most dominant predators that has ever lived on this planet. So, what happened to it? The leading scientific theory is that Megalodon died out around 3.6 million years ago as the Earth's climate shifted. Ocean temperatures dropped. The shallow, warm, coastal waters it preferred began to disappear. Its primary food source, large whales, evolved to migrate toward colder, deeper waters that Megalodon couldn't efficiently follow. Combine that with increased competition from other predators, and the picture that emerges is a slow, gradual decline. But here's where it gets interesting. The 3.6 million year figure comes entirely from the fossil record, specifically from when Megalodon teeth stop appearing in sediment layers. And while that's solid science, it comes with a built-in caveat that not every scientist is fully comfortable with. The fossil record is incomplete. It always has been. We find what the ocean decides to preserve and what we happen to stumble across. The absence of recent Megalodon teeth in sediment is compelling evidence, but it is not a body. We have never found a dead Megalodon. We've never observed one dying. We inferred extinction from silence. Now consider this. Over 80% of the world's oceans remain unexplored and unmapped. The deep ocean, anything below 3,000 feet, is so vast, so dark, and so difficult to access that we have better maps of the surface of Mars than we do of our own ocean floor. Every single year, marine biologists discover new species, sometimes hundreds in a single expedition. In 2023 alone, researchers catalogued dozens of previously unknown deep-sea creatures from a single survey of underwater seamounts. The ocean is not a solved puzzle. It is an active, ongoing mystery, and the deeper you go, the less we know. The Hadal Zone, the deepest trenches, remains almost entirely unexplored. We have visited the deepest point on Earth, the Challenger Deep, only a handful of times in human history. A handful of times, for a place that covers more area than most continents. So what do the believers, and yes, there are credentialed researchers who keep the question open, actually point to as potential evidence? First, there are the sonar anomalies. Over the decades, naval and research vessels have recorded large, unidentified contacts moving through deep water at depths and speeds that don't match any known species. Most have mundane explanations. Some don't. Second, whale carcasses. On multiple documented occasions, sperm whales and other large cetaceans have washed ashore with bite patterns and wounds inconsistent with any known predator. The force required to inflict some of these injuries has led a small number of marine researchers to quietly ask uncomfortable questions. Third, and this one is fascinating, in the 1950s, 2 Megalodon teeth were dredged up from the Pacific Ocean floor that were dated at just 11,000 and 24,000 years old, respectively. If accurate, that would push Megalodon's extinction window dramatically closer to modern history. Those dating results have been disputed, and the methodology has been questioned. But they haven't been fully dismissed either. None of this is proof. Not even close. But it is enough to make the question worth asking. To be fair, and we always want to be fair here on Oceanic Mysteries, the overwhelming scientific consensus is that Megalodon is extinct. The sonar contacts have explanations. The whale wounds can be attributed to boat strikes, orca attacks, and decomposition. The tooth dating has been challenged by more rigorous modern methods. And perhaps most importantly, a predator the size of Megalodon would need to eat enormous amounts of food. Something that size, hunting actively in the ocean, would almost certainly leave behind evidence we'd be hard-pressed to miss. Fresh teeth, carcasses, surface sightings. The ocean is vast, but a 60-foot apex predator is not invisible. The silence, most scientists argue, is itself the answer. Here's where we land. Megalodon is almost certainly extinct. The science points clearly in that direction, and we should respect that. But the ocean has humbled us before. It gave us the coelacanth. It gives us new species every year. It holds depths we've barely touched, and darkness we've barely lit. So, while the rational answer is that Megalodon is gone, the honest answer is that the ocean is still full of secrets. And every now and then, one of those secrets turns out to be something we were sure we'd never see again. The question isn't really whether Megalodon is out there. The question is, what else might be? Subscribe to Oceanic Mysteries for daily deep dives into the ocean's most jaw-dropping secrets. New videos every day.